Hi. Hey guys. So I'm waiting on my last one to connect, and then we are going to go ahead and get started. But welcome to Challenge Wednesday. It's Challenge Wednesday. We're going to be doing 10 exercises at a minute apiece with 20-second breathers. Now, I don't want you to freak out. I don't want you like, oh my gosh, there's no way that I can exercise for a solid minute. I got you, baby. Please understand that you can go at your own pace. I don't care how many reps you do within that 1 minute period. All I care about is that you're giving your best effort. So you can literally do 2, 5, 10, 20. I don't care as long as it is your best effort. Okay. Hey, Sharon. But anyways, we're going to start off tonight with tapsies. We're going to go into back jacks. We have jog, reach and step, chicken jacks, knee slicer, out and ups, block jacks, underleg jacks, and then jump ropes tonight. Now, again, we just have 10 exercises, 3 rounds, 1 minute per exercise, and then we're going to have a 20-second breather. During that 20-second breather in round 1, I am going to be introducing the upcoming exercises. So that's going to allow me to give you the opportunity to see modifications, because several of the exercises that I have for us tonight are going to have several modifications, because I understand, coming from over 500 pounds, that sometimes it's difficult for us to lift our legs. It's difficult for us to do certain things because sometimes our stomach's really big. Sometimes it's hard for us just to move our legs in general. I remember being over 500 pounds. So I've broken down all of our exercises, and I allow you all to see that there are other ways that you can actually still get it in. I don't want you to beat yourself up. I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm not keeping up with her. I'm not getting the benefit of the exercise. That's not the point. The point is that you do the best that you can given your circumstances, because I promise right now, if you show up and you are consistent and you do the lifestyle changes, you can lose weight too. It isn't just about, going to the gym and working out all the time. It's also about eating correctly and doing what you need to do for your body, given your certain circumstances. Okay. But with that being said, I am going to go on ahead and lower YouTube. Now, I am streaming live on 3 separate platforms right now. So in the event there are any issues, I want you to understand I am on Facebook. Praise God, Meta got its stuff together before we went live tonight. And then we've got TikTok and we have YouTube. Now, all of my social media information is pinned to the top of most of my profiles, excluding YouTube. But I'm going to bring you guys down and let you guys get this party going, okay? So let's see. But quite clearly, I'm not over 500 pounds anymore. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not over 500 pounds anymore. Sorry, I'm proud of myself. I'm not sorry. I am proud of myself, and I'm going to do it. Hey, Susan. So I'm going to move you guys. We're going to move because I don't like where you guys are. Okay. I like that better. I like that view a lot better, actually. But anyways, I'm going to go on ahead and get here. Hopefully you guys are good. Okay. I'm going to actually remove y'all. Not remove, but relocate. I'm trying to make this the way I want it. Brittany, you're doing it with me. I love it. I so want to send you my spare tabletop Christmas tree. Honey, that is completely up to you because I don't have one here. I've not gotten mine yet. But anyways, I'm like 5'10.5". Please God, I stopped growing whenever I was in the 6th grade. I need to bring YouTube down a little bit more. I'm so sorry. But if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Nataushia. A lot of people know me as the Seated Cardio Queen. Believe it or not, what we're going to be doing tonight is literally working out in a chair. So I don't care if you're using a sofa, a bed, a couch, an ottoman. I don't care what it is. I will let you know that if it is something that doesn't have a sturdy back on it that you can actually rest on from time to time, you're going to really engage your core a lot more than what you normally would. So don't get freaked out. Just go at your own pace. Listen to your body and give your best effort. That's kind of all I need from you tonight. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on sitting at the edge of our seat. We're going to focus on trying to keep our back off the back of our chair. And I'm going to be real. When I first started seated cardio, I'm going to move y'all again because I don't like it. But when I first started seated cardio, I ain't going to front. Like, I literally had to use the back of my chair quite a bit because I didn't have that core strength developed. And a lot of people will be like, Well, how do you get your core stronger? What you're going to do is you're going to focus on keeping your core tight. And a lot of people are like, Nataushia, how do I do that? So that's where you literally are sucking your stomach in to take a selfie and look skinny. I know most of us have done it. When I was over 500 pounds, I did it. But that's what you're going to do. But you have to remember to breathe. Now, the way that I fell into seated cardio is I injured myself after I lost around 200 pounds. And I created these exercises. My Mondays are completely modified. We have no leg engagement because I have friends that are in wheelchairs. I have friends that have mobility issues. And I like to keep everything all inclusive because I feel like everyone should feel like they belong, because I know what it feels like not to belong and to be left out. So with that being said, in the event there is an exercise you can't finish within a minute, because it's going to happen. I'm going to keep it real with you, okay? If this is your first time exercising in a really long time, it's going to be difficult for you to exercise for a solid minute, and that's okay. But what you can do, if you can go into seated quick feet. This is like the easiest exercise that I have available, okay? But let's say that leg engagement is something that you possibly struggle with, and that's okay. What you can do instead is a seated jack, or you can do a seated shoulder press, or you can do ropes, all right? So that's kind of the up that you're. What we're going to start off with tonight is our tapsies. That is it's down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. We're going to knock that bad boy out in just a second. I'm going to go on ahead and start my workout as high intensity interval training. That's how I track it. And then we're going to get the party going. But we have 1 minute of tapsies. Let's get it. Now you're going to go at your own pace. All right, because once I get to really going, you're going to be like, I can't do seated cardio. Baby, yes, you can at your own pace. And that's the beauty in exercise. Exercise is all-inclusive. Sometimes you just have to look a little harder to find those types of modified exercises that is going to allow you to attain the workout that you want to get. And it doesn't always have to be in the gym. Guys, I couldn't run for the longest because I messed up my ankle. And I knew that I wanted to still lose weight. So that's where this came in. I couldn't find full exercise routines, but what I could find is the exercises. And being a former athlete, I created high intensity interval training seated cardio. And now I'm able to help so many people across the world, no matter where they are in their journey. And to me, that's beautiful. But take your breather. Good job. So that's back jacks. We have back jack option 1. Still a challenge. What you can start with is this one. But what you're going to do, you're going to focus on really squeezing those shoulder blades together. Okay? You've got this. We have 1 minute. Back jacks. Let's go. Now I'm keeping my arms up and back. But you do what you need to do for you, boo-boo. But we have option 1. This is my most advanced exercise. And then we have option 2. And then we have option 3. No legs. So there's no excuses. You 100% can do it no matter what your skill level is, okay? We can do it. You got it. We have jog next. Take your breather. So to do the seated jog, we have this option. We have option 1. Or we have option 2. That's a pump, pump, pump. You're going to choose whichever exercise works for you. We're going to knock it out for a minute. Start now. Let's get it. So we have option 1. But if this is too much for you right now, I understand. And you can go to pump, pump, pump it up. All right. But again, go at your own pace. Listen to your body. I'm not worried about how many reps you can get in with a minute. I'm worried about, are you doing the best that you can given your circumstances? Because that's what's important. Thank you, Megan. I can see your little purple heart, so I know that's you. You got it. Let's go. Perfect. Take your breather. All right, up next is going to be our reach and step. Now, if stepping is a challenge, reach, okay? All right, we have 1 minute. Reach and steps. Let's go, baby. Now, I will let you know in seated cardio, the quicker you try to move, the more it's going to increase your heart rate, which in turn is going to burn more calories. You got it. But remember, wherever, I had to find a modification. I had to find a way to be able to do it. So every little bit of movement that we do on our weight loss journey matters. You've got it. Perfect. Take your breather. Next is going to be our chicken jacks. All right. I have 3 versions, so pay attention. We have option 1, option 2, or option 3. Okay? We got this. I believe in you. I know exercise is rough sometimes, but we got this. But we got 1 minute of chicken jacks. Let's chicken out. So we have option 1, option 2, or guess what? Option 3. So you pick. You got it. Go at your own pace. Let's go. And I want to say thank you all so much for sending me the Christmas cards. Our Christmas card wall is growing, and I think that it is beautiful. Let's go. Awesome work, y'all. You got this. Take that breather. Heck fire. Now, up next is going to be our knee slicer. But if raising that knee is a challenge, you're going to slam like this. But maybe you're like, Nataushia, that's so low. Got covered. Do this. Okay. Yes. Awesome work. We're going to knock it out, babe. We got 1 minute. Let's get it. Try to focus on keeping your core tight. And again, keeping your core tight simply means that you're trying to suck your stomach in to take a selfie and look skinny. Okay? Now, here's our modification to this exercise. But if you need another modification, you've got this option. Okay? You're going to really focus on that core. But you're going to do whatever you can given your skill level. This is an all-inclusive routine. It doesn't matter if you're advanced, if you're a beginner, or where you are. It can work for you, but you got to be willing to work with it too. Take your breather. Now, up next is going to be, out and ups. So we have out, in. up, down, out, in, up, down. All right? Repeat that to yourself. Out, in, up, down. Get that exercise down. Then you're going to worry about speeding it up. Okay? But we got 1 minute. Out and ups. Start now. But what this exercise targets is your glutes. If you don't know what a glute is, honey, that is your butt cheeks. That's a glute. That's your gluteus maximus. But it's also going to target your thighs, especially the inner, outer, up, all around. Oh, you got it. Good job. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Take a breather. So next is going to be our block jacks. The way we're going to do that is we have 3 options, so please pay attention. We have option 1, option 2, option 3. You're going to those, but you can do this. I promise you can. But we have 1 minute. Let's go, babe. So we have option 1. Now, if this is too much, you can go into option 2 or option 3. All right? You're going to pick your own pace. Whatever works for you works for me. Good job. Keep going. Y'all got this. I'm done. Take your breather. Holy cow. Even Challenge Wednesday can kick my own butt, okay? But up next, under leg jacks. If going under those legs is a challenge, what you can do instead is, all right, no big deal. We've got this. You might see me trying to catch my breath sometimes too, because I am human. We got 1 minute. Let's go. But welcome to Challenge Wednesday. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Nataushia. A lot of people know me as the seated cardio queen. At my heaviest, I used to weigh over 500 pounds. But since changing my lifestyle, as in going low carb, high protein, increasing my water, increasing my exercise, and then later getting gastric sleeve, and then adding supplements along the way, I have 100% put in the work and lost over 280 pounds in this process. And now I'm simply here to share my story, my journey, my free workout routines, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whew! Lord have mercy. Let's get it. Take your breather. Now, next is jump rope, or you're going to bounce. Now, this is going to be a fun one. The bounce, if you notice, your feet stay on the floor. So, we can do this, okay? But we have 1 minute. Let's kill it. But y'all, I love to show up and show the world that there are other ways to exercise. Now, with that being said, you are more than welcome to add free weights. You're welcome to add resistance bands. Whatever is going to enhance your routine, you can. But here's our modification. I like to still show the world that all you need is yourself, a little bit of consistency, a healthy lifestyle, and a chair to sit in. Because I understand going to the gym costs money. Getting gym equipment costs money. This is free. Sitting down and moving is free. It just takes your time and your effort. But you can do this. I promise. Almost there. Take that breather. We are back at the top. We're going to start off with tapsies. We're moving into round 2 of 3. We have the 3 rounds, 10 exercises, 3 seconds per exercise. Sounds great. 1 minute per exercise with that 20-second breather. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you can, at some point in time, just hit that share button, because I want the world to have access to free routines that will help change their life if they choose to. But we have 1 minute of tapsies, my loves, starting now. That is down, out, up, in, down, out, up, in. You're going to go at your own pace. Thank you so much, TikTok. But you're going to go at your own pace. And you might see me and be like, I can't keep up with her. That's not the point. I promise I will repeat that over and over every routine. I remember being in practices. I remember being at track practice, basketball practice, football practice, because I did it. I've always been a big girl, but I was always an athlete. But I can remember trying my hardest and feeling like it was never good enough. So I want you to know that your best effort is seen and appreciated. Just keep going. You don't have to keep up, though. Especially if this is like day 1 or you're just starting out. It's okay to start off slow, but eventually challenge yourself. Pick up the pace. Take your breather. Now, I will also let you know, if you're just popping on, I sit at the edge of my chair and I try to focus on keeping my back off the back of the chair, just so that I can really engage my core a lot more. And then I keep my core tight, like sucking my stomach in to take a selfie. That's the best way that I can explain it. All right. We're moving into back jacks. Whew. We got 30. We don't got 30 seconds. I'm so used to saying 30 seconds. 1 minute. Let's go. But we have option 1, full body. Or if that's too intimidating right now, that's okay. You can do this modification. I always show modifications. But if that's still too much, baby, you can do this one. But coming from over 500 pounds and struggling my whole entire life to lose weight, I want to help as many people in the world as I can. I don't know everything. I'm not a personal trainer, but I am somebody who has put in the work, changed my life, and I'm trying to help change the lives of other people free of charge, because it makes me happy. Whew. Awesome. Good job. Take that breather. Woo. But how, if y'all haven't already, just hit that share button or follow or all the above. I'm cool with all of it. Now up next is seated jog. And I will show you guys the modification for that too. We just got a few more seconds before we get into it. But welcome to Challenge Wednesday, everybody. Let's knock out our jog. We got 1 minute. Let's go. We got option 1. Or pump it up. I don't know why that takes me back to the movie Bring It On. By a show of reactions, has anybody seen Bring It On, or am I the only person that has? Please tell me somebody else has seen that movie. That was like my favorite movie back in the day. That probably tells my age. But every time I say that, it makes me think of Bring It On. Pump it up. I'm glad I'm not the only one. You got it. Now, up next is going to be our reach and step. Okay. We're almost there. Take your breather. Awesome job. So we do have that reach and step next. Now, with that being said, in the event stepping becomes too challenging, I am going to show you. Just reach or do what you can. It is so important that in high intensity interval training, you stay moving within the time window to work out so you get that benefit of the exercise. But it's time to reach and step. We've got 1 minute. Let's go. Now remember, if that stepping is too much for you right now, it's okay. You're going to do this. All right, babe. You can do this. That's the beauty in exercise. There are exercises. But that's why every single live stream, I provide modifications. Because there's no excuses, baby. None. We can do it. Sit in a kitchen chair. I promise. Good. Take your breather. Awesome work, baby. Woo! How we doing? Are we good? Now, if y'all don't believe I've lost over 280 pounds, you can look right here. Okay? But anyways, it is time for us to chicken jack, dadgummit. We have 1 minute. Option 1. This is chicken jack, full body. If this is too much, baby. So literally any. Pick your pace. Let's get it. Again, you don't have to keep up with me. I've been doing seated cardio for a hot minute. But I like to try and challenge my own self and see how much I can do on Challenge Wednesday. Awesome. Let's go. Take that breather. Now, if you're just popping on, you might be like, why is she hitting her watch so much? I time all of our exercises. I time our breathers because it's high intensity interval training. In a chair. Next is going to be our knee slicer or knee slam. I have 3 examples. I will repeat showing those again. I got you. We got 1 minute. Let's go. We have option 1 or option 2 or option 3. You got it. Look at you go. I love it. Let's get it. So you choose one of those exercises and give it all you got. We're on our second round of 3. We are almost done. Happy Challenge Wednesday. Or happy hump day. Whatever you want to call it. Take your breather. We have out, in, ups, next, okay? Are y'all ready? Okay. But we've got 1 minute. Up, out, and ups. Let's go. Up, down, out, in, up, down. But you're going to pick your own pace. You don't have to keep up with me, but I highly suggest repeat to yourself. Out, in, up, down, out, up. Repeating the exercise. Going at your own pace, and then once you have that exercise down, don't worry about getting faster, okay? Now again, I am sitting at the edge of my chair. My back is not touching the back of my chair. And I'm keeping my core tight. A lot of people ask me, how do you keep your back off the chair? Because I've done it so long that now my core strength is a lot more improved. And that's what allows me to do so. Take your breather. But I'm going to let you know, it's not going to happen overnight. I didn't lose over 280 pounds overnight like I thought I would. I thought I'd go in for gastric sleeve and it would just disappear. Like I would wake up skinny. That's what I thought. It's also kind of what I wished. But it didn't work that way. I actually had to exercise. I actually had to eat right. I actually had to drink water. I actually had to take my vitamins. I actually had to sleep. We have block jacks for 1 minute. We have option 1. Okay. Now, if this is too much, you can do this one. Or you can also do this option. Okay. Whatever works for you. And a lot of people ask me, I lift weights and all this. I don't. I do seated cardio. I've been too afraid to honestly lift weights because I've been too afraid I'm going to gain weight, because you're going to gain muscle. When you work out and you lift weights, you gain muscle. So that means I'm terrified to afraid of lifting weights, but I literally just do seated cardio or I'll walk on a walking pad. I don't do anything extra like this, which see is what you get, babe. Okay. But we're going to move into our under leg jacks. We have 1 minute. Let's get it. But coming from 500 plus, guys, 400 plus, 300 plus, again, I recall struggling to reach under my legs. So this right here, totally okay. Thank you guys so much for sharing our routine tonight. I really appreciate you all. But you choose the exercise that works for you. We are about to move into our final exercise in round 2 of 3. We are over halfway finished. You guys are killing it. Almost there. You got it. Take that breather. Awesome work. So up next is that jump rope. And I do have modifications, and I will show that once we get started. Woo! Y'all doing okay? Are we still good? I'm so glad that Meta is back. Yeah, girl was stressed earlier. I thought I lost everything again. But anyway, we have 1 minute of jump rope. We have option 1 or bound, bounce. Bounce on your tippy toe. Bounce on your tippy toe. Now we are about to go into our 3rd and final round. Are you guys so excited? I know I am. We're over halfway. Take that breather, baby. So we have this 20-second breather. And then we're going to move into our 3rd and final round. All right. Are we good? I ain't killed y'all out yet. Are we still kicking and alive on Wednesday? I see TikTok is. TikTok coming in strong. I see y'all. All right. Well, it's time for us to tap C. We've got 1 minute. Starting now. That's down, out, up, in. Down, out, up, in. Megan, baby, thank you. I know it's you now because I see the purple heart by your name. Awesome. There we go. You got it. But listen, I hope you guys understand that or how poor you are just the way that you are. And I don't want you to ever feel like anything is ever going to take that away from you, because that's going to happen. There's going to be people cross your path that's going to envy you or just be jealous of what it is that you have or possess. Take your breather. And they're going to want to do whatever they can to drain you or bring you down to that level. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people that are going to elevate you, not de-elevate. Okay? But let's go ahead and move into our back jacks. We're in a minute of back jacks. Now, we have option 1, option 2, or we have option 3. All right? But you're going to pick whichever one works for you, and you're going to knock it out. But I promise, I know life is challenging. I know there's a lot of negativity out in this world. There's a lot of people that just enjoy being unhappy for some reason. But don't let those negative influences take away your joy. Don't let it dim your light, because they want your light to be dimmed so that you can't brighten the world. But you're amazing. And you're beautiful, you're handsome, and you belong. Don't you ever forget that. Take a breather. Ooh, I'm burning. But there's a lot of challenges that I have faced, even within my 33 years of existence, that have helped broaden my perspective, that have helped to open my eyes and my mind and my heart. That's why no matter what, I don't have ill intentions for anybody. No matter what's happened to me, I do want people to succeed and prosper and carry on. But I don't want you to ever bother me again. Like, keep your distance. But we're going to move into our seated jog. We have 1 minute. Starting now. Because if there's any point in time that you feel like you don't belong or that you don't have a safe space, I don't want you to feel that way. The platforms and the family that we have created right here is everything. And I love the positivity. It's like I can pop on and I can see you guys like rooting each other on, or some of you guys will be like, I need prayer, and then you guys will pray for each other. You guys are so welcoming and so encouraging. Here's our modification. And that's so beautiful to me, because in a world that's filled with so much evil, so much negativity, so much narcissism and toxicity, the beauty that you guys create in the little time that we're on here is so inspiring. So don't change. If you're going to change to better yourself or make yourself happier. It's possible. Take your breather, though. But essentially, life is what we make it. Sometimes we allow others' perspectives of us or the neglect that they have with us dictate how we feel. And we forget who we are in a moment because of how someone else treats us. So I'm just here to give you a gentle little reminder. You matter, and you've got this. You're going to overcome what's set out to bring you down. Trust me, we all are. But right now it is time for us to do our reach and step. We got 1 minute. Let's go. And again, if stepping's too much, that's okay. Excuses, baby. I used to make every single. I used to be at basketball practice. We would have to do up and around the stadium. I'd be like, oh yeah, coach. I ran 3 laps, knowing dang well I did 1.5. My whole team's done running. But my almost 300-pound self is still like trucking like a little bitty snail, because I wasn't quick. I can move, but not like my teammates. Don't cheat yourself. You can do it. I promise. Just takes a little work. You might get a little sweaty. You might get out of breath. Your muscles might burn, but you ain't gonna die. Drink you some pickle juice. Take your breather. Have you some ibuprofen before you go to bed. Take a hot shower. Drink a lot of water. Okay. Soreness will leave. Strength will come. Results will come because you're putting in the work. I promise. Are you ready to chicken jack? Let's go, babe. We have 1 minute. Chicken jacks. We have option 1. Option 2. Option 3. See, I said no excuses, baby. But listen, I'm proud of you. I'm so stinking proud of you. But most of all, I really do believe in each and every single one of you. There's going to be days you're not going to be motivated. There's going to be days you're like, man, I wish I had your motivation. I'm not motivated most days. I simply make myself get up and do what I know I need to do in order to get the goals I need to hit. Your results are not going to ever come if you keep wishing. You're going to have to pick yourself up and start doing, baby, and stop wishing. It does take work. Take a breather, because it ain't going to fall in your lap. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. And I know that it sucks to hear you're going to have to put in work, but you can't sugarcoat weight loss. But what you can do is succeed when you actually apply yourself. You can do it. But right now, it's time for us to knee slice. We have 1 minute. Let's go. Now, if raising that knee is a challenge, you're going to slam. No biggie, okay? Now, if slamming is too challenging, that's okay. This right here. All right? I promise. I provide modifications because I know the difficulties. So you can't have an excuse. I can't lift my knee. Slam. I can't slam that low. Do the little bendy slam. It's okay. Every bit of movement that you're going to do is going to help you. Make sure you're trying to make healthier eating choices. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Even if it's flavored with 0 sugar sweeteners, that's okay. If that's what makes you happy, take your breather. That's all that matters. Because I have people that come at me all the time. You drink creamer protein shakes. You eat cheese. You eat butter. Okay, and I've lost over 280 pounds, and I'm healthier now than I ever was. And I'm going to eat how I'm eating because I used to eat 2 pizzas in one sitting. I will eat me a few pieces of butter. Well, an onion smothered in butter, whatever. I'm going to do what works for me because I've been over 500 pounds. And this is how I choose to live in a limited way to have a longer lifetime. But we're moving into our out and ups. We have 1 minute. Out and ups. Starting now. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. But people, for instance, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. I'm insulin resistant. Meaning, I can't eat high carbs. I can't eat a lot of sugar. I can't do certain foods because my body won't break them down. Take your breather, like a normal person's will. So, like I always say, what works for me might not work for you, but it might work for somebody that you know that's in a similar situation as I am. It doesn't mean that they have to live exactly how I live, but they could adopt some of my traditions or whatever you want to call it to help them lose 280 pounds or 180 or 80 or 50, like however many. Whew, but let's block jack, all right? We've got 1 minute of block jacks. We have option 1. If this is too much for you, we have option 2. But if using your legs is still challenging, you can do option 3. All right. So you're going to choose whichever method works for you and go your own pace. But I'm not a personal trainer. I didn't go to school to do this. All I did is go from being over 500 pounds, want to lose weight so that I could become a mother one day. Lord willing, my dreams will come true when I meet the right person. And I feel like the Lord will send that to me. But anyways, that was what I wanted. I wanted to become a mother, and at the time I was facing cancer if I didn't lose weight because they had found precancerous cells, take your breather, in my uterus in my late 20s. And my medical team told me, like, Nataushia, if you don't lose weight, you're not ever going to be a mom. You're going to end up with uterine cancer, and your dreams will not be a reality. So I took my life in my hands. I started to change my life so that one day my dreams could come true when the Lord sees fit. But we're going into our underleg jacks now. We have 1 minute. Let's get it. I didn't lose weight. I went low carb. I went high protein. I went low sugar. And I fought really hard with my medical team to get a gastric procedure to help me along my journey. I was denied 7 times because my insurance company at the time literally said that it was cosmetic and it was not life-saving. So my doctors had me on like phentermine. I was eating how I should be eating. I was exercising. I was getting all my water. And I was losing weight. So then COVID hit. And then Kentucky, because that's where I'm at. Take your breather. I'm in southern Kentucky. But they had a temporary COVID insurance that was initiated for the state that I was in or whatever. So I applied in late April. I had my consultation for bariatric surgery in May. So I started my whole transition with my bariatrics. Then it's jump rope time. We got 1 minute. Starting now. So I had to go to a protein shake for breakfast, a protein shake for lunch, and dinner was like, I made a giant salad with meat, cheese, all the things. So I did that for like a solid month. I found out my insurance coverage was terminating in June 30th. So long story short, I ended up getting gastric sleeve. That was a fight within itself. I was denied all the way up until the day of surgery. It's a long story, but I have had gastric surgery simply because cancer was part of my future. But I no longer have that issue. I'm now regulated and was advised that now, one day so Lord willing, we're almost there. And take that breather. Catch your breath for a second. But what we're going to do now is we're going to stretch. So what we're going to do is take our left arm and pull it across our body. Okay? But everything I do is in a chair. We work out in the chair. We stretch in the chair. We breathe in the chair. We do it. Because I want everyone, for all of you that have been sending me the Christmas cards, for those of you that have been inboxing me, leaving me comments on my videos, on my reels, on my posts, explaining how thankful you are. Because some of you guys have mentioned that you have neuropathy. Some of you guys have mentioned that you have mobility issues from injuring your foot. We're going to bring our arm down. We're about to do this stretch. If this is too difficult, what you're going to do instead, interlock your hands this way. All right? You're going to come up and pull in behind your head this way or this way. Okay? So choose whichever way works for you. But I've read literally all of the comments that I've seen, all of the inbox messages I can get. Now, I'm going to be honest, there are times that I haven't responded, and that's simply because there's one of me and a lot of you guys, so I like to go on ahead and mention it when I'm live a lot of times. So if you feel like I don't see your comment, most of the time I do. Let's switch sides. Now, there are some I literally haven't gotten to get into because there's a lot of you guys. sometimes. So if I ever miss something, I am truly sorry. But I really appreciate you all taking the time out of your days to just let me know that what I do has impacted you in a positive way. Go on ahead and extend your right leg out in front of you, toes facing the sky. We're going to bring our arms down. So what we're going to do in this stretch is you're going to walk your way down your right leg to really stretch out the back of this right thigh. Now, with that being said, some of y'all might come at me and be like, I can't go all the way to my toes. Guess what? I don't care. I want you to give me what you can give me, because I promise if you continue to show up, you're going to get there. But you have to also be willing to promise yourself that you're going to continue to show up and put in the work so that you can actually get strong enough to be able to get that far. It's not going to happen this week, next week, or next month. It might for some of you, but let's go our way down. But I want you to understand, the more you do it, the easier it gets, okay? But I love doing this, and I love that so many of you guys love that I do it too. I never realized the impact that I would have on the world. But we're going to come up and switch sides. But I also never realized the impact that you guys would have on me. Like, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've stayed up late at night trying to talk to some of you all because you're going through something while I'm going through stuff too. And that's what I find so cool. Like, we're all going through stuff. Every single one of us. Let's come up. We're going to spread your legs. You're going to inhale up through your nose. Hold your breath right here. And then you're going to exhale out down through your mouth. But you're going to control your breathing. You're not going to have to keep up with me. But we are going to do a total of 3. And we'll be done. Okay? So let's get it. One. 2. 3. Y'all just finished Challenge Wednesday. You guys, hey Ellen,